feel stupid. Ever been through one of those situations where you make a mistake or you have a slip of the tongue and suddenly you feel so stupid that it shakes your confidence? I've been there many times. Have you been there too? That makes the two of us. Hello and welcome to Samad Naeem, where I understand and respect that every journey and experience is unique, but we can always find some common ground to start with. And I don't have it all figured out, but let's figure this out together. Stick around till the end of the video, as I'll be sharing some practical tips and perspectives that helped me rebuild my shaken confidence in tough moments, and I'm confident they'll help you too. I'm not sure who needs to hear this, but I am sure that many of us have been through similar situations where something happens, you feel stupid, you start questioning yourself, and this seeps into your confidence and leaves you feeling unsure. The bottom line is, it is just a feeling. You are feeling stupid, and that's okay. It's okay to feel because we are made to feel. Here's the secret though. How we respond to such feelings and experiences is what makes all the difference. Did you know that our brains are actually wired to focus on the negative experiences more than the positive ones? To bring this to reality, don't you notice that a lot of times what goes well goes unnoticed, but what doesn't take center stage? That is the negativity bias. It's actually a survival mechanism that helped our ancestors stay alert in times of danger. But today, negativity bias is one of the reasons why we get way too stuck on our mistakes or fixated on the negatives to the extent that we sometimes overlook our strengths and achievements. And just by recognizing the impact of the negativity bias, you can help yourself shift your own perspective. And a simple way to do so when you are doubting yourself is to ask yourself a very simple question. What did I do well today? Just by asking this question intentionally and consciously, you can help yourself move away from that draining energy of, oh my God, I made a mistake and what should I do? To bringing your attention to all the positive things that you've done and that you've overlooked because you're too fixated on what you did wrong. So ask yourself, what did I do well today? Remind yourself, and if you want, recite it to yourself, write it down, do whatever it takes to get yourself out of it and lift yourself up. If this is resonating with you, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more insights. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever been through a similar situation? I'm sure you did. Share your story in the comments and let's all support each other and start a conversation. But how? What can I do to rebuild my confidence when it gets shaken? Here are some practical tips and perspectives that help me, and I'm sure you can start applying them right away. Number 1, acknowledge and reframe. One of the most important things I've learned is when you make a mistake, focus on acknowledging the feeling without judgment. Acknowledge versus judge. And as simple as this statement may be, it's actually super, super profound. Because feeling stupid is not equal to I am stupid. I feel is way different than I am. When you say, I feel stupid, you acknowledge the feeling. When you say, I am stupid, it's like you're attaching a label to yourself. And the more you repeat it, the more you identify with it, and the more it becomes part of your identity. I used to say that to myself a lot of times. When I make a mistake, I'd say, I'm stupid. How did I do it? Oh my God, you're stupid, Samad. And I would keep on repeating that to myself. But I've learned to stop myself. And I've learned to replace those statements with more empowering ones. Nowadays, I'd say something like, okay, I've made a mistake. I felt stupid about it or even horrible about it or whatever I felt about it, which is fine. But what's done is done. And now what? Just by this simple shift in language from I am to I feel, you help yourself reframe how you perceive yourself in such moments and help rebuild your confidence. And by adding the now what part to that statement, you actually help yourself shift from dwelling on the feeling to moving past it. Number 2, find the power. Let's be honest. Sometimes feeling stupid does not come from a mistake that we've made, but from how certain people speak to us or how they address a certain situation with us. And their way kind of makes us feel stupid or shakes our confidence. Now, there are many things at play in such situations, but here is the tip. And it's actually a question. Where does the power lie? Is it in their words? Is it in their approach? Is it in them? The answer is no, none of the above. The real answer is the power lies in you and in how you choose to see where the power lies. Remind yourself and train yourself to see that the power actually lies in you and that you have the power to choose how to receive what's being told to you. And you have the power over your feelings and you have the power to shift and take action. Number 3. Focus on what you can learn. I'm not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Ever heard of that saying? It is actually by the renowned Swiss psychologist Carl Jung. And it kind of reminds us that every expert was once a beginner who made mistakes and took the decision to learn from them because I am what I choose to become. So how can you do that? The answer is to try and find lessons you can learn from these situations. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? And this all comes down to taking this conscious decision and effort to actively reframe your mindset to turn these negative moments, supposedly negative moments, into opportunities for learning and growth. And this is one powerful skill to have. Trust me. Number 4, connect with others and connect with yourself. As you all know, sometimes all we need to get out of a certain situation is to talk about it with someone we trust. And if they are your person, they will remind you of your strengths and they'll help you see the situation from a different perspective and help you gain clarity. But there are times when we do not have that someone to talk to, or when we choose not to share a certain situation with someone. Either way, you can still connect. Because let's not forget about the power of self-compassion. It's often overlooked because we tend to extend more kindness and understanding to other people's situations than to our own. Here's my hack to support yourself through any difficult situation. And that hack is to ask yourself this question. How would I support my friend in a similar situation? To make it even more powerful, plug in the name of your friend. How would I support Christine in a similar situation? How would I support Adam in a similar situation? And listen to yourself. Listen to yourself and offer yourself the same support. These were some of the perspectives and steps that I follow when I go through some hard time or when my confidence gets shaken. And I know that rebuilding confidence can take some time, especially if it's been hurt for a long time, but it's nothing that isn't within your reach. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share your comments. I'd love to hear from you, or even share this video with a friend you know can benefit from it. And always remember, you've got this. See you in the next one. Ciao.